But I mean,
never
sure.
said you said Bridge, but Bridge, you can moderate. You have BC permit.
No, Bridge is not moderating.
I'm driving right now, so.
Okay, we can have Sarugi moderate.
Put into a D1 split. I'll be real.
We can have Batsu over Sarugi.
Nah.
Okay, we can
have Batsu. Actually, Batsu, I'm okay with Batsu.
Okay, Batsu, can you moderate?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? Can you moderate?
Yeah.
I bet.
Batsu.
But alright, so so the argument is gonna be that if the mind is immaterial, that would entail atemporal causation. Actually, first let's define the mind. The mind is just sensory experience. It's the medium in which allows you to have sensory experience. Now, if the mind is immaterial, that entails atemporal causation. Atemporal causation is logically impossible. Therefore,
okay, you're just rambling.
Hold on. Batsu.
Negation. Why is he like randomly? Okay. So wait.
Cutting me off.
Hold on. Yeah,
Batsu, can you moderate?
Because you're wait. I'm cutting you off.
Can you moderate? Can you moderate? Anyways, I'm just proposing the argument. You can disagree premise by premise after it's fully proposed. So it's reductio ad absurdum.
So am I getting?
Oh my god. Anyways, if the mind is immaterial, then tells atemporal causation. Atemporal causation is logically impossible. Therefore, the mind is material. There you go.
Wait. How are you refuting an argument that you
don't even know what you're saying?
How are you refuting an argument that I haven't even made yet? So,
I never said you were refuting an argument. I'm not refuting what you said. I never gave an argument against what you said. You didn't say anything. I was giving my argument, my opening statement.
Okay, so you believe that the mind is physical, right?
Yes, I'm a physicalist.
So do you think physical facts and mental facts are the same, one and the same, right?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Can you demonstrate a physical thought for me?
A physical thought? Sure. I'm thinking.
Pull one out.
There you go.
Cool. Can you show me a physical thought?
Wait, what'd you say? Your mic
Pull one out. Pull a physical thought out.
Why do I have to
pull a physical thought out?
Are you going to keep cutting me off, Batu? Can you
moderate? Because you just said your mic, so I just repeated myself. Which one do you want me to do?
I said it one time. When I was responding, you cut me off. Stop speaking over me, nigga. We can take turns. I know you're like 25.
God, you're mad emotional. This nigga's mad emotional that he lost the noodles yesterday. Now he's getting his head shaved in again. Oh my God. Oh, is he gonna cry to Batsu? Oh my God, Gias, get off the judge's dick. Get off the judge's dick.
Batsu, can you moderate? You better agree upon moderating.
Batsu.
Yes, Batsu, I want talking stick. Just mute him.
Hey.
For no reason.
So who's in the
keep cutting me off for no reason, even though he told me to repeat myself.
I asked you to repeat yourself one time. Stop cutting me off, Batsu.
So
can you moderate?
Look at chat real quick.
Oh, who's positive right now? Who's making a point right now?
I'm trying to give my argument. This dude keeps on cutting me off.
Okay, so do you want to look at chat real quick?
Okay, thank you. So the argument is going to go as follows. There's no reason as to why I have to pull out a physical thought out of my mental state. That makes no sense. I define the mind as a medium in which allows us to have physical experience. Experience is physical. We understand that scientifically. If that is the case, then by my definition of the mind will be materialistic. So you can give an argument against that. Do not derail.
Okay. Firstly, I disagree. Secondly, right, I obviously have to disagree. All right. I gave you this. Okay, so if you want to look at chat real quick or whatever the fuck, do you have scans here? I'll just post it in scans. Here's the syllogism for why I don't believe that the mind is necessarily physical. Okay. If you want me to make an example out of this, common example is the knowledge argument. Do you know what the knowledge argument is? Can you unmute him so he can say yes or no?
Wait, so for the first claim that you just made, disagreement isn't an argument, and to answer your question, you can propose it. Go ahead.
The first claim, it's just me saying that I disagree with what you're saying.
I was clarifying. Okay. I was clarifying that disagreement isn't an argument against what I said.
Nigga, did you really need to? Did you really need to say that? Because I was giving an argument. I'm giving an argument right now. So, like, do you see me giving another argument?
It's two separate.
Like okay. So then, why would you even say that? Okay, keep going. Like, well, yeah. So yes, do you see this? Do you know what the knowledge argument is?
I'm asking you to give the argument, Tygga.
Okay, so it's basically saying like Mary, brilliant new neuroscientist, whatever, locked into a block.
Okay, yes, okay. In response to the argument, so the Mary's thought room process, I disagree with the argument, or I disagree with the process because it presupposes the fact that color vision or the experience of qualia would be a materialistic or immaterialistic fact, but instead, all that thought room experiment just.
Oh, so you're just copying Gias?
Hold on, let me finish.
Wait. I have to refute this already before you can finish it. Hey, Gias. Since I'm debating a Gias clone, right?
Batu, why do I get mute instantly, but he does not? Mute mute him. Thank you. So this is an argument I gave against the Choyer. I'm not copying Giaz just because we agree on a debunk doesn't entail I'm copying him, idiot. So all that thought room experiment entails is that there is limited ways in which you can achieve a fact. I'm just going to deny the hypothetical and say that that hypothetical is impossible because we have things such as qualia and you unlocking this new experience. That's the only thing you gain. That's literally what that means analytically. So you can give no argument for that experiment being valid.
Can y'all not try to argue points before they make?
Would you say
new knowledge? How do you not have new knowledge there? Like experience is not a knowledge part.
I just said you do get
nihilistic. No.
Why you, bro? You just asked me a question. You asked me a question. Like,
no, because I was going to elaborate further on the question.
I don't care about your elaboration.
So you don't care about anybody else listening to the elaboration?
That's not what I said.
People randomly judging. So then why are you over talking about it? Wait. Yeah, you don't care. So shut the fuck up then, stupid bitch. Anyways, right?
Why are you insulting me?
Oh, why would I shut up? Okay, so you're just
why did you try to mimic?
Besides the fact that right. Yeah, because I'm going to make fun of you because obviously you're
trying to
make
fun of me in the formal debate. How am I retarded for not?
Wait. This is ironic coming from a person that keeps cutting me off and just said just right now. Like, I don't care what you're saying. I don't care about your elaboration.
Just respond. Chill.
Exactly. So as I'm saying, right, going on with this further like elaboration, okay, when he's asking about this qualia and saying that it's an experience, which he just already stated earlier, that he believes that the mind is gaining new experiences and that it's the form of knowledge that we're getting, right, is experience. So this new experience, this person experiencing the color red, all right, to go through with this like hypothetical, right? Since some of you don't probably know the knowledge argument, it's black and white room, right? She learns all the like sensories, like all the wavelengths, stuff like that, how to like determine color for neuroscience, neurobiology or whatever, right? And right, she finally goes outside for the like first time ever and sees a red apple, right? She's gaining this new experience of a red apple. And this nigga right here just said that he believes that the mind, right, is only based on knowledge off experience, okay? So how in the fuck can he have like some type of distinguishing factor there when he just said out loud that, hey, the mind, right, is a different experience. The mind is only made up of knowledge from experience point. And then now he's saying that, wait, qualia, right, is a different experience or a different thing altogether, and that is not gaining knowledge. So I want him to answer that. You can go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm not going to blame you because maybe there's something wrong with you or something. But if you listen, I said I never denied the premises of the argument. What I deny is the conclusion itself. I do agree with the fact that you're gaining something new, which would be the qualia itself. Yes, you're gaining something new. However, I'm saying that the hypothetical is simply impossible. It is not possible for you to have all knowledge on physical facts, but not have knowledge on this materialistic fact, which would be the color. What you just said initially is not what I said at all. I defined the mind as the medium in which allows you to go through sensory experience. I never said that knowledge is only achieved by virtue of sensory experience. I don't know why you attacked that. So everything you said is actually relevant to my argument, Tygga.
So you said it's a materialistic fact, so you're still learning a fact.
Color is a materialistic fact.
So you're still learning knowledge. So you're getting a different knowledge. So you're still getting a different knowledge. No.
Oh my God, why are you
learned a different knowledge? You literally just said no. Okay,
wait, what was the question?
Okay,
no.
Bro, I know the question. I'm going to answer it. Okay.
Okay.
So it is the case that a color is a materialistic fact. What I'm saying is I'm simply denying the hypothetical. I'm going to say it's impossible. It is not the case. You can have knowledge on every single thing without having sensory experience on that specific thing because of qualia and because of how colors work. So you saying things such as neurons and shit like that, that's not adequate knowledge, and there's no reason as to why you believe or you can justify it being adequate knowledge for having knowledge on literally everything within that category.
So you're just gonna okay, cool. I'm just gonna continue finishing the question I was gonna ask because there's since we're taking a judgment on everybody else, you randomly just interrupting is not helping anyone else in the debate or in the discussion or anyone who's trying to listen in and make a judgment on their own. That's why I'm saying that you're kind of retarded for keep cutting me off and keep randomly just spouting bullshit that nobody else is gonna get. Like that's why I had to go through the hypothetical for the fucking second time because nobody in the audience is gonna get it. This is so stupid if you're gonna keep doing it this way. Stop cutting me off. Just let me finish the question. If you already have an answer for the question, shut the fuck up, hold it, write it down. I know your ADHD ass can fucking write it down, okay, with your stupid ass. Chill. Is that hard? I want a yes or no.
Okay, so maybe you have some problems, like I said before, but
holy shit!
Can you mute him while I speak? So I don't understand. Maybe you can't take turns with speaking or something, but if you actually were listening, you're the one who's been cutting me off. I'm the one who asked for moderation for this reason. I've only talked when you were done speaking. Actually, I only had 2 chances to talk when you were done speaking because I was being muted. I don't know how old you are screaming into your mic, insulting me. We can have a formal discussion about the nature of the mind. If you don't want to have a formal discussion, then we can just end the debate off there. Also, I never said I'm appealing to the audience. You are appealing to the audience. I'm appealing to Bridge.
Like, what are you talking about? And I already know the question. Batsu, did he not, just for clarification reasons, did this man not say, nope, 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 I already know the question, so I'm going to answer it? Yes or no?
I said I didn't want your elaboration. Doesn't mean I'm cutting you
Why
off.
are you talking? I'm asking Batsu. Can you
Because
just shut
you
the
weren't
fuck
speaking.
up?
Why are
you always talking? Why are you always talking, bro? If I'm talking to somebody, you don't need to interrupt, bro. If
I'm
we're
not
just getting
always talking.
clarification.
I'm not always
Holy
talking when I
fuck,
wasn't
shut the
talking.
fuck up. You
I
don't need
wasn't.
to be
Wait.
talking
You just
right
made
now.
a claim.
Damn,
You just made a
quit
claim. You just made a
yapping.
claim. You just made a claim. I'm not always talking when I wasn't just
Appeal
talking.
the bridge. Appeal the bridge.
Wait, hold on. How?
Yeah.
Wait, why are you being
I'm just,
hypocritical? You're
I
cutting
don't
me
know.
off.
I'm
You're
reading
cutting
chat.
me
I'm
off.
reading
You're
chat.
cutting
I'm
me
reading
off.
chat.
You're cutting me off for some reason. Why are you
I'm
being
cutting you
hypocritical?
off now
Yes,
because
you
I'm
are
cutting
cutting
you
me
off
off. Bob,
because
can you mute him?
wait, because I'm literally asking for clarification. You keep trying to override it.
To answer the question, unless I'm tripping, if this is the instance I think you're talking about, before I muted one of y'all, I asked what was the question that I think Happy Face asked to Infinity, and then Infinity was like, "I'll answer it." So that's why I just let Infinity talk. But I could be tripping.
Hey, Batu, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, like I said, I could be
Yeah,
tripping.
yeah. Wait, he's about to start spurting because he doesn't know how to have like normal conversational skills. So can you mute him real quick? Thank you. So if he asks a question and then he pauses for 2 seconds and I'm about to answer it and then he cuts me off to give elaboration on his question, is that me interjecting?
If he asks a question, then he stops talking for a second.
Yes, and then I start speaking because I didn't know he was done, and then he cuts me off to elaborate on this question. Is that me interjecting or him?
I mean, I guess if he asked you a question, then you started talking, and it wasn't clear, it's hypothetical, then I guess he would be cutting you off.
Okay, thank you. So we can move on. So do you have an argument against what I said? Happy Face, I gave an argument against the conclusion of Mary's thought room experiment. Give it a defeater. You calling it yapping? You calling it yapping is not a defeater.
You were okay. No. Besides the fact that you literally already agreed to, right, that this is that you just said, right, that hey, there's no matter what you already agreed to that it being a mental fact of gaining a new experience altogether, which would be knowledge, right? And the experiencing the color red would be knowledge, right? How would it be different? And then also Batu's kind of a fucking idiot. And also I don't think Batu was kind of like there. Maybe he was doing something really quick or like something like that. Because I asked Batu, hey, right, did I not ask whatever question to you? And then you just refused to refuse to answer it. So I don't know, bro. But whatever.
Hey,
No
okay,
offense, Batu, but it's not your
Oh,
fault.
my
I know
bad.
that you're not paying
I
attention to the
refuse to
bullshit.
answer a
It's
question.
whatever. Oh, what? It was more so on his like okay. He said earlier, right? Something it was I can't even remember. Like something about like just questions, whatever. To be honest, we're just gonna skip it. Just answer the question, Infinity, bro.
Okay, so you just said a claim I want to respond to, then I'll answer the question after. So, in response to the claim you just made, I'm not denying the fact that you're gaining new knowledge. What I'm saying is that the hypothetical is impossible. It is not the case. You can have all knowledge on materialistic color without having all knowledge on materialistic color. That's literally impossible. I want you to justify that this experiment is something that's actually adequate instead of Quelia being something that's separate from the things that she had knowledge on, and that being the conclusion to reach instead of the conclusion being some immaterialistic fact.
Even it.
Yo, stop cutting me off, please.
Okay.
So you saying that I'm ascribing to a belief that you're gaining knowledge? I don't understand why knowledge would be abstract. You just keep on pausing the fact it's abstract with no argument as to why it's abstract.
Okay, so besides the fact, do you know what supervenience is?
Go ahead and explain it.
Well, do you know it? Like, there's no point in me explaining.
Go ahead and explain. I don't know what you mean by it, Tygga.
Okay, whatever. Supervenience over I believe that the mind has supervenience over like the brain, right? So it'd be above or whatnot. That is more so like my idea of what it would be like. There's a possibility for it being immaterial, but to respond to your initial point of the experience, the not demonstrating that you have all knowledge on it, they have every conceivable, and this point of view, they have every conceivable like notion and every conceivable like knowledge like on it in that hypothetical. And
Can
the
I respond to that?
experience is different
Oh, my
because
bad.
physical because okay. Wait, did you want to interject real quick?
No, my bad. I thought that you were done, but I can if you want me to. Because I have
Well, yeah. If you want to, you can maybe if you have a different. Yeah,
okay,
go
sure,
ahead. I don't really care.
Yeah, so with the supervene stuff, I don't really see how the supervene stuff is defeated to what I said. It can supervene while still being a materialistic state of being. In response to the other claim that you just made, I'm denying the hypothetical. I'm asking why is the hypothetical itself possible? And with the possibility thing, it is not the case actually that if the mind is materialistic, it would have to be identical with itself. Therefore, it cannot be possible for it to be immaterialistic. So you saying it's a possibility is presupposing the mental state itself is immaterialistic, which is already question begging. That's the point of the contention.
So you don't wait. If you have pressure of question bagging for the conclusion,
What'd you say?
the conclusion of the press. So you have the question. You have a problem with question bagging for like the conclusion of it, not the premise of it, not the first premise of it.
No, I'm saying what you said was a question bag. You saying that it's possible for the mental state to be immaterialistic is presupposing the fact that it isn't materialistic, because if it was materialistic, it has to be identical with itself. Therefore, it will be impossible for it to be immaterialistic by definition. A equal
that
A.
one more time.
Okay,
Repeat that one more time.
in simple terms, in simple terms, A equal A. If A equal A, it's impossible for A to equal B. Therefore, you are presupposing for the mental state to be immaterialistic. If for that to be a possibility, it cannot be materialistic. So that presupposes it's not materialistic, which is a question bag. That's what's put in the question, whether or not it's immaterialistic.
Okay. Firstly, I don't think that's like how tautology works in this scenario, right? But secondly, right? I don't like. Secondly, right? The reason why it worked, the reason why it would, like, I guess, follow would we're talking about when we're talking about like physical facts, we're talking about principle from physical facts or knowledge alone. We're talking about like, hey, we know everything about this thing, but we still haven't experienced it. It's like maybe I could use a different. Maybe I should put my knowledge argument in a different format, like basketball, right? Like you can have a nigga who's like a nerd, right, who knows all the stats, how to dribble the ball correctly, cross over every fucking thing, right? Like let's say he's like, I don't know, like maybe they could be the greatest basketball player ever if he didn't tear his ACL or something like that or something crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That was a random Spurg moment, but let's just say, right, you have this person, and then but they still don't know how to dribble the ball though when they get out on the court. You know what I mean? Like they still ain't like this is great. But even if you like, I think that I can I've demonstrated like enough for that argument. If not, we could go to a second argument that I
let me respond to the argument. So in response to So in response to what you just said, I don't understand you saying that it's not a tautology within this instance isn't a defeater as to why it is a tautology. For the recording, all a tautology is a statement that's true but uninformative. So A being identical with itself would be a statement that is true but uninformative. The same as if the mind is materialistic, then it would be materialistic. Therefore, it would be impossible for it to be immaterialistic because it wouldn't be identical with its state. So that would be a tautology by definition. And then in response to the knowledge stuff, I mean, you keep on trying to say you're trying to rephrase the knowledge argument, but all the knowledge argument is something that's already a concept within philosophy, in which I gave an argument against. With the analogy, it is unless I don't understand the analogy, it's impossible for someone who knows all basketball skills to not know all basketball skills. Unless I'm complaining your analogy, you can repeat that if you want and clarify.
No, that's nah. We could just like go. We could go after there. We could.
I don't want to move on if I don't understand your analogy. So can you repeat it again?
Oh, the analogy from like the basketball thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it's basically the same thing as the knowledge argument, where you have all the knowledge or whatever. We can just move on. Like no matter what, you're going to get the same conclusion, and I'm going to get to the same conclusion. Or we're just going to have a disagreement on what physical facts and what mental facts.
Oh yeah, that's
why I'm running a second. That's why we're going to just run into the second argument because I feel like this is where it ends. This is where like our end point for our argument is. Like there's no further beyond that we can do.
Wait, Tygga, I forgot something else you said that I disagree with. You said the physical fact was something about knowledge or something. Maybe I'm misconflating what you said, but just to clarify there, all the physical fact is literally just a fact about something physical. Like, you agree with that, right?
No, wait. Earlier in the debate, you agreed to physical facts being mental facts.
Whoa, I never said. No.
Yes, you absolutely did.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, you absolutely did.
Bro, calm down.
Yes, you absolutely did.
I'm trying to clarify something brought by to, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I agree that a mental fact is a physical fact because I'm arguing that the mental state is materialistic. I'm saying that a physical fact overall is a fact in which is physical. If I'm saying that a mental state is physical, that will be a physical fact, Tygga. So obviously I agree with that.
Like,
Hello?
okay, besides the fact, no, because when we were talking about wait, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello?
Well, either way, whatever, bro. I don't believe that. I already think I gave a reputation to that, so we're fine. We're fine there.
Okay.
We can move on to the second. We can move on to the second argument. Do you know the conceivability argument?
Yes, I do a conceivability argument, but you can propose it.
All right. Here we'll send it to. I'll send it to scans again. Here.
Okay.
Purpose one is conceivable that there could be zombies, aka entities without physical and distinguishable from conscious human beings, but lack any subjective experiences. Two, conceivability implies metaphysical possibility. Three, if zombies are metaphysically possible, then some facts are subjective in experience, as in a human case. Do not supervene on physical facts. Conclusion: some facts are subjective experience. Do not supervene on physical facts. Do you follow that, or?
Yeah, I do follow that. So it being okay. First, I disagree with the conceivability thesis. Secondly, just because there is a conceivable thing that you can exist without sensory experience, that is something that happens in the real world. I give an argument, or I can give an argument as to why sensory experience is physical. So just because you can conceive of this thing doesn't entail the fact that sensory experience is metaphysical or something along those lines. So I don't see how that conclusion follows.
I think that conceivability. Well, not only that, I think that like outside of like the human conscious, I believe that even in animals, that we can even demonstrate this is the case. You know, oysters, right?
Demonstrate what to be the case.
To be able to have like some type of like conscious. Because what do you define as conscious?
To have consciousness is to have the consciousness is the mind. The mind is the medium which allows you to have sensory experience. You can die and still exist. Therefore, you can die and not have sensory experience. So you can exist without experience.
Okay, so with you know about oysters, right?
What about them?
Okay, so oysters don't have necessarily a brain, but they're still able to basically react to stimuli. And what I'm going by, what I believe is consciousness, aware and responding to one's surroundings or awake. And it doesn't have any type of mind. It doesn't have any type of medium of any sort of that would be considered what we have, right? It only has just bundles of nerves, and that's it.
Okay, so
that's why I would agree. That's why I would wait. Hold on, people. Let me finish. So not only does my argument like entail like conceivability, and obviously there's a possibility for this so that it could happen, so therefore it is happening. We already have an example of another like animal that is in real life doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. So response.
So you can go ahead.
Yeah, that's just another supposition. You saying it's possible. That's what's put in the question. Secondly, with the neuron shit, it depends on what you define a brain as. But even if I were to presuppose it doesn't have a brain, that doesn't mean it doesn't have a mind. I separated these two things. I said to be the mind is to be a medium for sensory experience.
Okay, can you stop speed reading?
Yes, to be the mind is to be the medium for sensory experience. If it interacts with real life things, which it does because it eats and all of that, then it would have to have sensory experience necessarily. If that is the case, my argument is justified. And
you are
even
no offense, bro. No offense, bro. Bro, you're gonna take this. We're gonna take this point by point.
Oh my god, you just made multiple points. Like, bro, Batu. He made multiple points. I'm responding to all his multiple points.
Hold on, I just made an argument, and then I just gave an example.
Hold on, like, oh my god, bro, stop cutting me off. Okay, yes, the example that will be an analogical argument. That means the analogy supports your conclusion. So that would be another point. Tygga. Anyways, so just because if I were to presuppose I just lost the argument that I just gave. Just because it doesn't have sensory experience doesn't entail that sensory experience is something in which is physical or non-physical. That's also non sequitur, so we can move on if you want.
Where's the mind at? But where's the mind at?
Hello? Yeah, okay. So I don't understand why you're trying to limit existence down to having a mind. Why do you need a mind to exist? Or why does the mind have to be physical for you to exist? Or not that.
The mind doesn't have to be physical.
Hold on. Let me clear. That's not what I said.
GG's, even concession. I'll take that shit.
Batu, can you mute him? Batu, can you mute him? My bad. I was stumbling over my words since you were over talking me. But anyways, I'm going to question once again, why is it the case that just because you exist without a mind, as in there's a body without a mind, that entails that the mind is non-physical? Please clarify this.
Quick, is everybody just going to allow that? Everybody's just going to allow him to question why the mind has to be physical?
Clarify.
Are we just gonna allow that, chat? Chat, is he just gonna say that the mind can't be physical while he's taking the physicalist of physician?
Well, I never said that. Wait. Okay, wait, Batu,
You literally
let me answer that
did.
question.
Why does the
Let me
mind
answer
have to
that
be
question.
physical?
Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. Yeah, so if you actually listen, I never said my position was necessarily the case. So me asking why the mind necessarily has to be physical is not me denouncing my position. Tygga, maybe you don't understand what physicalism is. There's nothing within that position that has a presupposition that this position is necessary. But anyways, like I said, why is it the case that if you don't have a mind, but you have a body that entails that the mind is non-physical? Why is that the case?
Holy shit. So just gonna point out that nigga conceded. I'm not even gonna respond to whatever the fuck he's saying. This nigga just brought into question why the mind should be physical as a physicalist.
That's not what I said.
What the fuck does that mean?
I said why.
You literally asked
bro,
that.
bro, can you stop cutting me off? I said, why does it necessarily have to be physical?
I do not care, bro. You fucked up.
Yeah, center. I literally said I stumbled, but even if I were not, let's say I purposely meant that. Let's say that sentence is something that I wanted to say. That sentence entails that I don't believe the mind is necessarily physical, which I never said my position was necessary physicalism. I just said I was.
Yes, it was. You just agreed earlier that it was materialistic and physicalism is the same thing. Don't try to rat out, bro.
Can
You're
you stop,
cringe.
bro? Can you stop cutting me off, bro? How speak normally, speak cordially, my nigga. Batu, can you mute him? So me saying that the mind is materialistic does not entail me saying that it's necessarily materialistic. All that means is that I believe I have an argument as to why shit. Yo, can you shut up? It is not the case that just because I posit the fact that it's materialistic, then that would entail that it's materialistic in all possible worlds, or I can justify it being materialistic in all possible worlds. There is nothing that leads towards that at all. So I don't understand why you're trying to rat and slip away because you understand you have no argument against what I'm saying.
Besides okay, you know what? I'll let your little concession there go unheeded. All right, out of the gracefulness of my heart and the graceful charity of my heart, I'll let your little concession there go away. Okay, you are the okay. So repeat what you were saying. I'm sorry, I was just brain dead being a spurg. But you know what, man? You know what? You didn't concede there, I guess, bro. You didn't concede. Go ahead, repeat yourself.
Repeat, bro. I already gave an argument against what you said about the. Okay, I'm just gonna ask the question once again. The main relevant question would be: why is it the case that if you exist without a mind, if I presuppose that you got that oyster point through, why is it the case that if you exist without a mind, that entails that the mind is non-physical?
The entails of the mind's not physical.
Yes.
Because didn't you just say that that the mind is something that reacts to experience? How is this oyster experiencing anything?
Oh my God. Okay, Tygga, I'm asking you once again. If a oyster just has a body with no medium to entail sensory experience, why does that entail the conclusion that the mind is immaterialistic?
Okay, so you asked if the oyster point. Wait, sorry, I wasn't paying attention again.
Okay, within your analogy, you said that the oyster doesn't have a brain or a mind. This is something that's scientifically justified. I'm saying that even if I were to presuppose that, which I gave an argument as to why it would be wrong, but let's say I presuppose that, why is it the case that him not having a mind entails that the mind is immaterialistic, or entails it defeated to my position, basically?
Because you said earlier that you described the mind as an experience, and that's why I keep going back to it. And you, all right. And that's why I just said, you literally said it earlier. That's why I said earlier, okay, stop. Did I interrupt you?
Yes, you did interrupt me, but go ahead.
Yeah, I interrupted you because you were interrupting me. But anyways, right? But so you said earlier that mind is something that receives experiences that would gain knowledge, okay? That's what you said. You said that earlier, right?
Okay.
Now, I'm showing you that an oyster is having experiences without a physical mind.
Whoa, okay.
Reacting to stimuli.
Okay, yeah.
It's reacting to stimuli.
Yeah, that's the defeater. So
with that being the case, no. Why do you keep going? Why do you keep trying to cut me off?
I didn't know you
keep complaining about it.
I didn't know. You keep on pause. Like you pause for every 2 seconds.
Because I pause. I talk very slowly so everybody can understand me. Unlike your dumbass who just speed reads.
To me, go.
So then, why are you mad? Why are you mad?
I'm not mad at all. I'm telling you to go. Why are you trying to be so uncordial? What is wrong with you?
You're ironic. Anyways, right? So again, like I said, right? Experience, right? Mind, knowledge. You just said that earlier. Now I'm saying that this oyster is reacting to stimuli. So obviously, why are you saying I don't care? So you just don't care about my argument? I said. You're not going to respond?
I didn't even say that. Okay. What the fuck? Just give it.
Okay. So anyways, right? he's reacting to stimuli. Since it's reacting to stimuli, that means that it'd be experiencing something.
Okay.
It has to.
Okay. So in response,
So if that's the case, then why this thing doesn't have a mind? How is it reacting or how is it experiencing anything if it doesn't have the mind? And then now you can go ahead.
You just repeated yourself 20 times. So in response to your little analogy, I was presupposing the fact that this being doesn't have a mind. I'm not saying he doesn't have a mind. I was just saying you, for your hypothetical to be positive and actually be a defeater, he does not have to have a mind. So if, once again, you can show me where in the recording I said that every single person in reality has to have a mind, even though I literally said that there are niggas in real life who literally have no sensory experience, but that doesn't tell a defeater towards my position exist, then that's all I need. Also, with the mind stuff, can you repeat that? Oh yeah,
you just asked me two questions. Which one do you want me to respond to?
I remember. Yeah. So with the sensory experience stuff, I believe it's a biconditional. If it is the case that someone has experience, then it would necessarily follow that they have a mind. Only under that condition, though. Since you do agree with that condition, that means the biconditional statement would follow. So you just conceded. The brain and the mind.
No, wait. Besides the fact that he's saying he just conceded when, ironically, when he's literally asked the question earlier, why is the mind physical? Secondly, right?
That's not what I said.
You asked two questions, and then you didn't let me respond, and then you went and rambled about binomials for like 3 minutes that I just didn't care, that I didn't even care about. What? So to go back to your question, ask your question again, so I can actually respond to it, and maybe we can move forward in this debate.
Yeah,
you see how I have to talk slowly to you because you keep getting ahead of yourself.
Can you stop spurging and try to derail, Batu? Can you moderate properly?
Why am I derailing?
When he starts irrelevant insults, when he starts giving irrelevant insults, you can just mute him. So, anyways, I didn't ask one question. Maybe you can't follow. I didn't ask two questions. Maybe you can't follow. I asked one question. That being, why is it the case that just because, why is it the case that just because someone does not have a mind, that entails that the mind is immaterialistic? And once again, I repeat the other argument I gave because that's relevant. I didn't say binumerals or whatever you said. I said I believe it's a biconditional. If someone has experience, that necessarily entails that they have a mind because these things are interconnected. They're equivalent to each other. That's what that means analytically. So you trying to posit the hypothetical where someone has experience but they don't have a mind, that would just be a fallacious part on your end, and the brain and the mind are two separate things.
Okay. So you asked one question, then you didn't even respond, like repeat the question that you asked. You want to repeat the question?
I repeated it.
No, you didn't. You randomly ended it. Okay. Why would you end why would you start your argument with the question and then end with the statement?
God, you're not listening. I said
you're literally so
oh my God,
stupid. This is like the dumbest way I've ever heard someone talk.
Can you stop interjecting? Like, bro, how old are you? Damn. So if you actually listen,
stop interjecting.
I understand.
Cry for Batu again.
And Batu, can you mute him?
Look at him. He cried for Batu again.
I'm not crying. I just want moderation because you can't speak normally. I'm a 15-year-old boy, bro.
Go ahead.
I'm not Gias at all, actually. But Batu, can you mute him?
Judge? Hold on. Guys, can you...
Batu, can you mute him?
Judge. I need help, Judge.
Hey, Batu, can you mute him? Batu, can you mute him? Bro, I'm not. He's trolling, but can you mute him so I can get my argument?
Look at him. He literally asked where the judge was. Oh my God, I'm dead.
Batu, can you mute him? Anyways, so I understand that you're a little baby. You cannot have regular conversational skills. So I label each point numerically. I say, firstly, in response to that claim, X is the case. Then I give an argument. And then I say, secondly, in response to the other claim you made. And then I give an argument. I label each argument I gave with a number so you understand which argument I'm giving. I did this time by saying, for the question, here you go. And then secondly, here's the most relevant argument I gave. I want you to respond to that. So give an argument against what I said.
Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. What was your dumbass saying again?
If you're just going to call me a dumbass, we can just move on. Like, there's no point in engaging.
So you're just not going to respond? Were you going to ask the question again? Or did you like...
I asked the question 20 times. If you're not following, that's your fault. I don't know. It's like, if you were cordial, I would repeat it to you, but you just keep on insulting, being uncordial, being unprogressive. Like, it's not going to engage.
This is ironic. But anyways, right? This is all right. So anyways, right?
Can you calm down, bro? Like, it's not that serious.
That's very ironic from a person that keeps crying for Batu every 3 minutes.
I'm crying moderation because you can't speak normally.
I'm crying. Tygga, yes. All right.
I'm not Gias.
You're gonna keep getting called Gias the more you keep crying for somebody to help you.
I'm not crying.
Anyways, right? Okay, so right. Obviously, right. He just said that there's biconditional statements on someone not. He said that there was a concession of like biconditional statements, right? That having a like you don't necessarily need to have a brain or whatever to have a mind or something like that. Blah blah blah. This that or whatever. He said you don't need a brain to have a mind. Okay. Well, if that's the case, okay, what the fuck is the fucking mind then? What is the physical attribute of the mind? Where's the physical attribute of the mind in the human body then? If the human body is it the brain? If the mind is not physical in the brain, what is it? What is it?
You're presupposing it isn't physical. I already explained how sensory experience was physical, so we can move on.
Okay, no, demonstrate it. Demonstrate what's physical about it.
I just said that the mind
Where is that?
Are you going to cut me off? Are you going to cut me off?
No, point out the mind because you're not responding to the answer. You keep presupposing.
I'm trying to respond to it, but you keep cutting me off, my nigga. Like you're so sad.
Where's the anatomy?
Let's go
to human anatomy real quick.
What is wrong with you? Hey, Bato, can you mute him? I don't understand why I get muted instantly, but this nigga gets taken 30 years. Why are you crying
for your older brother?
I'm not crying. I'm asking for moderation because nobody in chat wants to say anything when you're the one spurging. But as soon as I raise my voice, that's when niggas want to dick eat. Cough, cough. You know, I'm not even going to say his name. But anyways, you bringing up that human anatomy literally means nothing because the nature of the mind is unknown, and we're not going to include it. We're going to include it in part of the anatomy if we don't have complete knowledge on the mind or anything like that, or at least some type of adequate knowledge on it. So I don't know why you bring that up. I already pointed out which property of the mind was materialistic. The entire mind, it would be the sensory experience. Sensory experience, by definition, is materialistic. The mind is a medium for sensory experience. There cannot be a medium if it's non-physical, going into a physical thing, because that's literally logically impossible. So we can move on.
The mind. Right?
If you were speaking this entire time, I didn't hear you, so you can repeat yourself.
Said that you don't have full facts of the mind, correct?
No, I said that the people who propose the diagram of the anatomy don't have full knowledge on the mind or the nature of the mind, so they're not going to
do. So can you demonstrate where the physical mind is?
We can move on. I don't need to. I already gave an argument.
Mind is. I'm asking you where the physical mind is. Show it.
No, nigga, it doesn't. I don't need to know the specific.
So you don't know where it is. You don't know where it is.
Shut up. Mute him.
Hey, can we go to conclusions? Like, what the fuck is this?
Mute him. Okay. So the mind can be with a collective unconsciousness in that fucking realm. Does that denounce my position that the mind is immaterial, or that the mind is material? No, it does not. Even if the mind is in your fucking shit, my nigga. Even if I was fucking my mom and the mind was my cum is physical. That's all I need to justify my position, my nigga. So even if it were a point in space in my brain, a point in space in my body, it was in my mom's pussy. Like, it does not matter, my nigga. My position is justified because I defined the mind. I gave reasoning as to why my definition would be the case within reality. Therefore, by virtue of that, by conditionally, the mind would exist. So we can continue.
All right. So everybody in chat real quick. This nigga just outright just said he was fucking his mom. And you guys expect to believe this psycho man who just said that he had all facts.
I did not say that.
Boss, why are you interrupting? Anyways, right? This man just said he's gonna fuck his mom on some weird incestual shit, and this is a person that we're meant to believe is gonna be like able to say anything, bro. He just said he was gonna come at his mom. He literally
I said if. I said
he
if.
Explained it.
If. I said if. I said if. I said if.
Why is there an if? Why did you bring a scenario? Why did you have to even bring up your mom in this scenario?
Because that was the first thing that came to mind. That is the first thing that came to mind. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Holy shit.
We can move on. That isn't an argument against what I said. We can move on.
Hey, Zizo, stop helping him out. It doesn't matter poisoning the well if his credentials is just psycho.
I don't care about poisoning the well. I don't care about those pussy ass fucking policies, my nigga. We can move on. Damn.
Okay. So, minions on dick. But anyways, right? Okay, so I think
no, Timma, he's not. What'd you say?
No, he's not.
What'd you say, Tygga?
No, Tenma, he's not. I already attacked the argument.
Okay,
he just
if you think that,
himself.
We can move on then. We can move on. So, yeah, my argument goes through. In conclusion, my argument goes through.
No, I have another argument, actually. I have another argument, actually. How did your argument go through?
Of course you do. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, okay, so here we go. Dude, don't worry. I have 8 more. So we're gonna see how long the stamina bitch is gonna go.
We're not doing that.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Respond to every argument. Don't run away. Don't run away.
I'm not running away. Just give your argument.
Why
Give
is he
your
running away,
argument.
guys?
Give your
Why is he
argument.
running away?
Give your
Why is he
argument.
running-
Give
All
your
right, so let's do
argument.
this one. Let's do this one, okay?
Oh my God, hurry up.
So do you want to read it?
You can read it, bro.
All right, so it's a pre-amended modal argument. All right, premise one: metaphysically possible for some facts about a subjective experience to be different or completely absent without any difference in the physical facts or whatever. If
That's
it
a
is metaphysically
presupposition.
possible, how is that a presupposition?
First, define the modal claim that is metaphysically impossible. Secondly, the reason why it's presupposing the fact that it is a non-physical or that is a non-physical fact is because it's saying that X can be the case. I already explained how, under the law of identity, you would have to be presupposing that Y is not the case for X to be possible. Ergo, my conclusion would follow.
That's just a liar's paradox. Okay, that's stupid.
That's
Anyways,
not
right?
paradox.
Yes, it is. That's stupid.
Well,
Anyways,
how
right?
is it liar's paradox? How?
Because you're relating the lie of identity into the fact that you're like into like this weird tautology of like,
What?
oh, well, if it's presupposed,
Justify that.
Law of identity is not tautological.
I never said that the law of
Are you
identity
saying
wasn't
that? Are you
tautological.
seriously saying that?
I never said it wasn't tautological. How I'm asking,
Well,
how
then
is it
why
the
are you
liar's
mad
paradox?
about it?
How is it a liar's paradox?
So then why did you interrupt me and say that it wasn't
Okay, so
tautological?
one, what is wrong with the liar's paradox? And secondly, why is it a liar's paradox?
What is wrong with the liar's paradox?
Yes, something can be true. Something can be true that is false. Completely fine.
Oh, something could be true but be false. Like the two
That's
premises
not what I
follow,
said.
but
That's
it's not.
not what I said. That's not what I said. I said
Why
something
would I
true.
have to agree with what you
That's
think the
not what I
liar's paradox
said.
is, you retard? Like, why would
I
I
never
ever agree
said
with
you
you?
had
I
to
obviously
agree
think it's
to it. Stop
positive.
cutting me off, Batu. Mute him.
Oh, Batu.
This is why you don't understand
Judge?
anything, because you keep cutting me off.
Y'all both
Batu.
kinda annoying.
Hey,
What did you
Batu,
tell?
do you got like a counter out? Hold on,
Hey,
real
Batu,
quick.
can you just mute this nigga, bro? Like, he keeps cutting me off. He can't speak normally. It's so sad.
You just asked me a question and then he's complaining about cutting
I
him off.
didn't ask you a question. I asked you a question 2 years ago.
Cry louder, bro. Like, damn,
Fine.
it's kind of weird.
How am I crying when I'm speaking? That makes no sense. But anyways, yeah. So if you listen, I asked, how does this entail the liar's paradox? And secondly, why is the liar's paradox something that is bad in every single scenario? So
Okay, firstly, that's just like randomly just burden shifting. You did not say every single scenario, firstly.
I was in
Secondly,
a burden
right?
shift.
Wait, that's just like, okay, burden shift, like as in you're like making the burden a lot more on one side. And you're
That's
making me
not a
show
burden
every
shift.
single
That's a
example.
hedge.
Yes, it
That's not a
is.
burden
Yes, it
shift.
is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're
No,
shifting
that
the
isn't.
burden from one
Why
thing to
isn't
another,
shifting the
please.
burden? How about can you mute him? So the reason why it isn't shifting the burden analytically is when you have a burden upon you and then you shift it onto your opponent because you cannot justify it or you feel as if you're incapable of justifying it or something. So what I did is not shifting the burden. All I'm doing is clarifying the burden I have upon you already. So I want you to justify why it is the case. I know Tim, this nigga is. I know. So Tygga, you can get your argument.
Okay. Obviously, I don't mean like hyper literal fucking burden shift. Like
Then don't use
in
the term.
analytical. Hey, real quick, Infinity, shut the fuck up.
Don't use the term.
Can I shut the fuck up for you? Wait, hold up. Shut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to use changing like extending the goalpost? Like, is that what you want me to use?
Let me answer that. I want you to use the correct terms and stop using made up words.
Wait. Stop using made up words. Wait. Are we made up words? I'm using made up words right now. So
I said made up definitions.
No. You said made up words. You said
just because they're made up doesn't entail I cannot comprehend
it. Hey, Tenma.
Batu,
But you sucking this nigga dick. What did he say? Did he say made up words?
Batu, can you mute him?
Batu,
can you mute him?
Batu,
can you mute him? I don't even sound like that. I'm just asking for moderation.
Can you mute him?
I'm asking for
moderation. Can you mute him, Batu? Batu. There we go. So besides the fact that you said
why was I muted? What?
Nigga,
Batu W. Dude, Infinity, he's literally bitching, bruh. He's literally bitching.
I'm just asking for moderation.
Bruh, I can't try. I'm like, bro, this is so bad. Sorry, Batu, man. He just keeps like crying for you, bro. I didn't think that you were
crying for him for asking for agreed upon moderation because you know how to speak normally and take turns. So, anyways, the question. Hello?
Yeah, I just cut out.
You said so anyway, so I was waiting for what you were gonna say.
Yeah,
you literally said so anyways, and then just left nowhere.
I cut out. Bro, since you want to cut me off so bad, you have something important to say. Go ahead, bro. Give your argument, bro.
I literally just said, and I think everybody in the VC heard me. hey, you literally said, so anyways, and then you stopped speaking. And then I said, well, the reason why I stopped speaking, I was waiting for you to break
I
the
was
point.
talking about before. You were cutting me off so much before, and you got mad when I said for moderation. So what did you have to say before, Tygga? Because if it's about the comprehension
meant
stuff, there's a
before.
distinction between me saying you made up words and me not comprehending the words that you made up. That is not true. That is not
So it's
correlated.
another slip up on your part. So
That's
I'm not
not
allowed to
another
slip
slip up.
up. I'm not allowed to slip up, but you are. So
I
you
never
slipped
said.
up
I
and
never
said made
said.
up
I never,
words,
bro. Let
and
me
then
respond to that. Let me answer that.
on top of
Let me
that,
answer
you
that. Let
earlier
me
just
answer
said
that.
that why is
Let
the
me
mind is
answer that.
physical?
Let
Why
me
is the
answer
mind have
that.
to be
Let me
physical as a
answer
slip
that.
up?
Let me
And then
answer
now you're
that.
not
Let
being
me
charitable
answer
back
that.
to both sides.
Batu, let me answer the question you just did. Let me just answer the question. Let me answer the question. Calm down. Calm down. Calm
No,
down.
no,
Let me answer
no,
the question,
no,
Batu.
no,
Batu, let me answer the
no,
question.
no.
Yes, so in response to your question, I never said you cannot slip up. I'm saying that I'm correcting what you said. If you want to clarify what you said after, that is completely fine. So just do so. I'm not going to take that into account. I want you to clarify. If that's not what you meant, I don't know why you're trying to bring up irrelevant points. Like
I
you're
cut
acting
out now.
so spurging. Oh my
Wait,
God!
wait,
I
wait.
said I know
Yeah.
that's why I'm repeating it. So I never said you cannot slip up. I said if you want to slip up or you did slip up, I want you to clarify after. Because I didn't know you slipped up. That's why I gave an argument against it. So I don't know why you're spurging.
So you randomly doing something that was irrelevant, and then wanted me to make a random definition, and then no, not to make a random definition. Did we get the correct definition to derail from the main argument, or you could have just been charitable and realized that I wasn't meaning that, and right in between the lines.
So wait. Let me respond to that. So that's not true at all. If you say a fallacy, I did not expect you to not have any knowledge on shit like that. So that's why I corrected you and explained why I wasn't committing the fallacy. If you were to call it a fallacy is not something irrelevant to the point at all. So I don't know why you said that. All I was doing was correcting the definition. If you want to clarify that you were misusing the definition after, then that's completely fine. I'm not stopping you, my nigga. So I don't know why you said that. Fuck.
Anyways, I think that we can move on. I think we can just move on from this. Like, are you good with this? Like, weird ass definition point? Like,
yes.
I mean, okay, this is like really dumb. All right, so I guess right that. So let's go back to the free amended mobile argument. Are you okay with that? Like,
yes, define.
Because what's the point of like talking about it?
Yes.
Go ahead with your question. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So there's multiple things, but to keep it point by point, what is a metaphysical modal scope? What does that mean to you, or what does that mean to the argument?
Repeat that for me. Sorry. Like you kind of mumbled a little bit.
What is the meta? Yeah. What is a metaphysical modal scope? What does that mean to the argument specifically?
Metaphysical modal scope.
Yes.
In this case or whatever, I would think that like it would just be okay. So here, give me a second. I'm just trying to put it in like words that would be like simple for everybody to get. Okay, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
How's your day going so far, though?
Good. How about yours?
I mean, pretty well. I mean,
let me charge my phone.
Do you play fantasy football at all?
I never heard that shit. That shit sounds ass though. FIFA better.
Fantasy football. He doesn't know what fantasy football is.
Isn't that like fantasy football? I mean, what the fuck? Isn't that when you like use made up characters for football or some shit?
No, what?
Or do made up team?
Nigga. No. Yeah, you got points. You score points or whatever. And it's not stalling, bro. I'm just fucking tired.
Do you want to postpone?
Hell no. We're still going. I still got 7 more arguments to go.
You
are not getting out of it this easily, bro. You are not getting. He really thought that I was gonna like just give up. No, bro. It's stuck. You're stuck here, bro.
Go.
I know, bro. All right. So so repeat your question real quick. Metaphysical modal scope, correct?
What is a metaphysical modal scope in perspective of the argument? What does that mean?
In perspective of the argument, that you could like, I guess the modal, like what would be here, right? Is that we have accepted experiences without any difference to physical facts. Would you agree with that?
That presupposes the fact that this thing is not physical. You didn't answer the question, though, unless you were leading into answering the question.
Well, okay. I guess we could talk about this point because I feel like if we can't talk about this point, we can't even move on to what.
I mean, the problem is depending on what you are defining a metaphysical motoscope as, I might grant the point because it might not be a defeater. So I'm asking, what do they mean by metaphysical motoscope, or do you not know? If you don't know, I'm completely fine with that.
No,
you don't know.
Yeah, sure. We'll just go with that. I guess I just don't really know what you mean in your sense. So yeah, go ahead.
What do you mean you don't know what I mean? Like you don't know the question?
Just explain. Yeah, explain the question.
Yeah, so a motoscope, okay. When you make a modal claim, it's referring to a possibility and impossibility. There's different types of determinators for what's impossible and possible. Like, for example, you have an epistemic impossibility, which is something impossible to your knowledge, and then you have a logical impossibility, which is what contradicts the three laws of thought. Now, you have a modoscope, which is a lens in which we view these determinators for what's possible and impossible. So I'm asking, what would be a metaphysical impossibility within the in perspective of the argument? Like, what does the argument define a metaphysical impossibility as?
Metaphysical impossibility?
Yes.
Oh, so the metaphysical impossibility here would be that
No, not what it is. What do they define it as? Like, what is a metaphysical impossibility? Not what is the metaphysical.
Okay. So I think that's exactly how we agree to it. That's what we would agree. Yeah, I think we're both in the same agreement. Like what you just said. I'm confused because you are explaining it.
Okay. The things that I said, epistemic impossibility, nomological impossibilities, those are just examples. I'm asking, what do they mean when they say that something is metaphysically impossible, Batu? I mean, not Batu, what the fuck?
Okay, so they think that it's metaphysically impossible, right? Or it's metaphysically possible that...
Okay, we can move on.
Metaphysically impossible, what?
I don't think that's answering my question. Would you like to move on?
Okay, so then what's the fucking point of you asking the question? You're just like asking a random question, and it kind of explains in itself.
Okay, I can explain why. I can explain why it's relevant. So I'm telling you that depending on what they mean by metaphysical impossible or impossibility, I might agree that it's metaphysically possible because it might not defeat my position. So I'm not asking what is the metaphysical impossibility. I'm asking what do they mean by metaphysical impossibility overall. For example, it's logically impossible for Bridge to do the dishes. If I ask what do they mean by logically impossible, I'm not asking what is the logical impossibility, which is Bridge doing the dishes, but I'm asking what does it mean to be logically impossible within that scenario.
I cut out.
Oh my God. Yo, Bridge, can you clarify something, bro? Oh my gosh. Or is someone in chat listening, bro? Like Forks?
Nobody's listening, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Niggas stopped listening like 10 minutes ago.
Yo, can we postpone, bro? I'll accept that as a yes. Okay.
Nah. So we can just conclude right here, I guess. I guess we could just conclude here, right? I guess.
Sure.
So I think that no offense. I think that my first argument went through fine. My second argument went through fine. And my third argument went through fine. Not only that, he conceded midway through and asked why does the mind have to be physical? So with that being said, I guess it's GG easy.
Half is also a modal claim. For it to have to be X, I mean, it necessarily needs to be this thing. I never said that physicalism is a necessary clause, so that isn't a concession. Even if I were to grant the fact that I didn't slip up, but I also said I slipped up, so I don't see how that would be a concession. I don't believe any of his arguments went through. If any of his I gave an argument as to why the mind is material. He didn't deny it or that would be immaterial correctly. So I would just win GG's.
I don't think that he did that in any of my arguments correctly.